This is hilarious, what I'm going to be talking about right now, because Biggie's mom responded to all of Diddy's, basically all the lawsuits that he's faced, the surveillance video footage that came out, and she responded viciously and in a funny way. So let's go over the article. The notorious B.I.G. and Diddy took hip-hop to unprecedented heights in the 90s, but even their rich history together isn't enough for the late rapper's mother to ignore the multiple sexual assault and rape allegations. The latter is currently negotiated. In a Rolling Stone article published on Thursday, May 30th, Violetta Wallace shared her thoughts on Bad Boy Records mogul getting caught assaulting his former partner, Cassie, on camera while discussing the lawsuits filed against him in recent months. This is what she had to say. I'm sick to my stomach. I'm praying for Cassie. I'm praying for his mother. I don't want, to believe the things that I've heard, but I've seen the hotel video. I pray that he apologizes to her. I hope that I see Sean one day, and this is savage, and the only thing I want to do is slap the daylights out of him. And you can quote me on that because I liked him. I didn't want to believe all the awful things, but I'm so ashamed and embarrassed. She concluded, he needs to apologize to his mother. I hope to God he sits her down and spills his guts and apologizes to her. Yeah, I think a lot of people want to slap the shit out of Diddy. 50 even chimed in and said he wants to slap the shit out of Diddy. He posted the article and said, LOL, I want to slap the shit out of him too. I think a lot of people want to slap the shit out of him. So it's comforting to know that Biggie's mom is, not on Diddy's side in any way, shape, or form. We went over in the last podcast, Rolling Stone's article, and how there were reports based off of people that were around Diddy saying that Diddy was jealous of Tupac and Biggie's relationship. What does that add to? It adds to the fact that there's like a conspiracy theory kind of rumor thing around that Diddy had a hand in both of the artists dying, Tupac and Biggie, not just Tupac, because right now the main thing is Tupac. Hey, he had a $1 million hit on him. Boom, Keefe did his thing, killed him, didn't collect on the money, but somebody else did collect on the money. But on the Biggie thing, there's been a kind of rumors here and there that, Diddy had a part with potentially getting Biggie killed. But with these new allegations and then his mom jumping in and all this other stuff, it's kind of making more sense. If he was jealous of their relationship, why wouldn't this guy, end it all? Because, Biggie wanted to leave eventually Bad Boy Records. That was the word around. Like, Biggie would speak around people around him and would say, hey, the plan is to eventually leave Bad Boy Records and develop our own thing. And I'm sure Tupac would have done the same thing as the years went on as well, because these two are too big. Mind you, these two died in their mid-20s, very young. They still had a long career to go. So they would have eventually started their own thing and done their own thing. That's just the natural course of things. Of every artist that you've seen, usually starts under somebody or they start on their own already off the rip. And Jay-Z, Dame Dash, started together, boom. Eventually Jay-Z splits, does his own thing. Eminem never split with Dr. Dre, but he started Shady Records, his own thing, his own brand. Anybody, Drake, starts with Young Money, starts his own thing. OVO is now his own thing. You could throw a lot of people that started under other people, eventually grow and become their own thing. Kendrick Lamar, PG Lang, his own thing. He left TDE now, is on his own thing with PG Lang. So eventually, Biggie would have done the same thing. He realized that, hey, my publishing isn't the proper thing as well, because now we know that after all these years, a lot of artists have complained about Diddy not giving proper publishing to his artists, and now that he released it after all these years, the publishing isn't worth much. So now people are still complaining and saying, yeah, you released the publishing, but after 30 years later, when people aren't even listening to the song anymore, like that. There's been, like, where there's smoke, there's fire. That's the same thing that I've applied when it comes to this Diddy stuff. Where there's smoke, there's fire. I wouldn't be surprised if there's been so many stories of Diddy being envious of Tupac, trying to copy his style, his everything. And I wouldn't be surprised if the same thing happened with Biggie and he was like, I don't like their relationship. I don't like that they're really close and cool together. Maybe they're talking about leaving. Biggie's talking about leaving me with Tupac, and who knows? So it's just refreshing to hear Biggie's mom speak on this and, say something that I think a lot of people are feeling. They want to smack the shit out of Diddy for all the bad things he's done. A lot of people want to do that. So Diddy's pretty much finished. Once the indictment comes in, it's over. I don't see it going any other way. Now, could he get a reduced sentence? Maybe. Could he throw other people under the bus? other celebrities to get a reduced sentence or potentially not face any, prison time or anything like that, yeah. They'll be like, okay, we got you, Diddy. We caught you in all these things. But who else can you throw under the bus? Anybody that's close to you that rocks you, does the same thing, let us know. In Hollywood, what's going on? Which I doubt will happen because, we have the whole Jeffrey Epstein thing, and that's not even, the list hasn't even come out of the official names. It's been like some random names of people. It's like, so I doubt that will happen just because Hollywood's too protected like that. But, Diddy's going to face some type of criminal charges, but it's not going to be, I don't see Diddy going away for life or anything like that. I just don't. At that level, like, he's going to find a way to finesse his way out of the situation in one way or another. Or he's going to do a little time, or maybe just community service type stuff, probation. Who knows? But we'll see. I don't know. I don't know the extent of what information they got. But, yeah, we'll keep our eyes posted. And shout out to Biggie's mom for, keeping it real.